The story starts with Professor Shonku, a genius scientist from Giridih, who has invented many advanced machines. One of his biggest inventions is the Shonku's rocket, which he wants to use to travel into space and explore other planets. In the quiet village, an eccentric scientist, Professor Trilokeshwar Shonku, worked tirelessly in his laboratory. One morning, he had a peculiar dream of Mars, calling out to him. The dream was strange yet compelling, leaving an imprint on his mind, a few alien plants blooming in his yard. As the wind blew, the plants seemed to wave at him, their whispers calling his name. Determined to uncover the mystery, Professor Shonku embarked on his greatest adventure yet. He built a spacecraft designed to travel to Mars. As an aid, he constructed Bidhu, a large and intelligent robot, to accompany him on his mission. Shonku is now seen putting the finishing touches on Bidhu, the robot. He steps back, satisfied with his creation, and telling Bidhu, "You shall be my companion on this journey. Together, we will uncover the mysteries of Mars." A nosy neighbor peeks into the lab, mocking Shonku's ambitions, but Shonku paid no heed. As Professor Shonku opened the door, his noisy neighbor demanded payment for the farmland his crashed spaceship had damaged weeks ago. Seeing him prepping for Mars, the neighbor scoffed, "Space? Shonku, have you lost your mind?" But Shonku ignored Abhinash's taunts, staying focused on his mission. Next morning, Professor Shonku, his beloved nephew Newton, and Bidhu took off into the vastness of space. The spaceship lifts off from Earth with a powerful roar, leaving clouds of smoke and fire in its wake. It pierces the atmosphere and ascends into the vast, silent expanse of space, shimmering against the stars. Guided by mission control, it charts a steady course through the cosmos, heading boldly toward Mars. Inside the cockpit, Shonku a bit nervous, and Newton are excited while Bidhu stands silently. Their journey, however, took an unexpected turn. Midway through their journey, Bidhu suddenly attempted to divert the spacecraft away from Mars, and Shonku pushed him back, saying, "We're going to Mars, Bidhu, whether you like it or not." Realizing the imminent danger, Shonku swiftly deactivated the robot and corrected their course, and Shonku continues the journey towards Mars. After a long struggle, traveling 225 million kilometers through the vast emptiness of space, they finally saw the red planet, Mars, on the horizon. But it was nothing like they had imagined. Instead of barren dust and silence, the surface seemed to pulse with strange energy, hinting at something hidden, something alive, and entirely unexpected. They landed on the red planet, but something was wrong. As they prepared to step outside, Bidhu refused to move. He seemed terrified. "Bidhu, come on. There is nothing to fear." But Shonku's efforts, Bidhu remains frozen. Shonku and Newton step out to explore the planet. Shonku activates Bidhu. The robot's eyes flicker, but he stays inside, visibly reluctant and scared. As they wandered through the rocky terrain, Newton, curious as ever, discovered a small Martian alien near a small rocky terrain. But the encounter took a dark turn. Annoyed, Newton lunged at the creature and gave it a strong kick. After Newton kicked the creature, it let out an eerie screech before swiftly retreating, its form vanishing into the red, rocky surface of Mars, leaving only a faint ripple in the dust. On another side, Shonku examined the red soil and minerals. A mistake. A much larger alien appeared, its eyes filled with rage, and began coming close to Newton. The ground trembled as it came close, intensified. And Newton shouting for help, help. Hearing Newton's cries, Shonku runs after the Martian to save his companions. Just as Newton was about to be captured, Bidhu sprang into action. The mighty robot leaped from the spacecraft and hit the alien with a force so powerful it collapsed. But their troubles were far from over. Like a team, they fight with alien and make him ran away. But while Bidhu take a fight with alien, the mighty robot broke into two pixels. Watching a serious danger situation, Shonku told his nephew to run away towards the spaceship. After hearing Shonku's voice, Newton ran toward the spaceship. As dawn broke, an entire army of Martians emerged from the horizon, marching toward them. Understanding the grave danger, Shonku rushed to hold the broken parts of the robot and dragging it inside the spacecraft. But just as he was about to secure their escape, from the horizon, the entire angry Martian army was running toward Shonku's spaceship to attack them. As they reach the spacecraft, something strikes Shonku in the leg, knocking him unconscious. He tumbles deep inside the ship. Shonku prepared to escape the grave danger and flew his spaceship once again toward the vastness of space. While escaping the red planet, Shonku and Newton fell unconscious inside the spaceship. When he awoke, the scene before him was chilling. Bidhu lay in two pieces. Newton was semi-conscious on co-pilot seat, and the spacecraft is flying on its own, the controls unresponsive. After Shonku woke up from unconsciousness, he saw Bidhu in two pieces. He came closer and tried to repair the mighty robot. Panic gripped Shonku as he discovered that the controls were unresponsive. The ship had no fixed destination. They were lost in the infinite void of space. Days passed. The spacecraft drifted through bizarre phenomena. Enormous glowing bubbles that expanded and burst around them, streaks of vibrant lights racing across the cosmos, and an asteroid belt unlike any they had seen before. They entered the Hyperloop space phenomenon, which was absorbing them at lightning speed and throwing them into a new solar system of the universe, totally unknown to humankind. They had reached Tafa, a planet that claimed to be the home of the first civilized beings of the solar system. Upon landing, they were met with a breathtaking sight: towering structures of unknown design and a landscape teeming with life forms unlike anything they had ever imagined, leaving them utterly speechless. The inhabitants of Tafa were unlike any creatures from Earth. With warm hospitality, the Tafa beings welcomed Shonku and Newton. As they settled into this strange yet fascinating new world, something unexpected happened. As Professor Shonku looked up at the alien sky, he knew one thing for certain: this journey was far from over.